this is how to green screen in the studio. Just so we know. All right, so the first thing you want to do is you want to make sure on your destinations keyer right here, you want to make sure that your key priority is key 5 and you're bringing in camera 3 to that key 5. So you just want to make sure that this key 5 says camera 3. And then another thing you're going to want to do is look over here, and you're going to want to make sure that your top line is one of the CGs, because the CGs are your top layer in the key bus here.
By CGs, we're talking about these up here.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 3 and 4 are your topmost layers according to this right here. Now, if you want to change that key priority, what you do is you hit key priority, and then you can hit whatever key, and that'll bring the key up in the line. But we don't want to hit key priority. We don't want to change the order in which they appear. What we just want to do is we want to be able to key, or we want to be able to bring in the key. So we need to have the background on, not the key priority on. In order to turn the key priority off, you just hit the key priority button. And key 5 is already on,
Okay.
in this case. But if key 5 is not on, in order to turn it on, or in order to make this work, what you're going to want to do is we'll bring up camera 1 first. Camera 1 is not the key. Camera 3 is the key, but you don't want to touch camera 3. You want to touch what camera 3 is associated with, which is key 5, which is the Nelson Mandela right over here.
Okay.
So we've got camera 1 on our program bus, and then we hit on our preview monitor, we hit what we want to bring in this case it's Nelson Mandela. We click there, and then we turn on, over here we turn on key 5. Once we hit key 5, you'll notice on the preview monitor you will be able to bring in the key, and then you could just hit the cut button, and when you cut back and forth, you can cut between cameras 1 and cameras 3.
Okay. Do that again. I'm going to see how the board changes too. Yeah, okay.
Now, another thing too that is helpful is keying, or is making sure that the host key comes in. And for that, we go over here, because I'm going to forget how to do this too. We go over here.
Oh, so you're
don't do anything with this. You have to promise me.
What am I going to do?
I don't know. Don't put it on social media or anything. I'm trusting you. All right. So then, in order to save this, what we want to do is, once we have all of this named properly, we want to go to File, Export, Export Scribe File.
I've done this.
And now we want to save this in the Watch folder. That's what George said. Under the Watch folder, we will go in COM201. Then we will go in CG1, because that is our host key. And then we can change this name right here to host key, and then hit save. Once we do that, when we go back to the switcher and we go to CG1,
Hold on.
we go to CG1 on the switcher, you can find the image that you just named, or maybe it was CG2. Sorry, it was CG2. You can find the image that you just named, which is host key, and then when you hit this host key button, you'll notice that it will now appear on the screen.
Okay.
As the topmost layer.
Okay.
And the reason for that, the reason that it is the topmost layer, is because if you look over here, it is closest to the top on this little key priority bus here.
Okay.
It is second to the top. The only one higher than that is 4, and that is another host key.
Okay.
Okay, I think that's it. I think.
Okay, now I need a closing song.
No. The end.